Hello, welcome. This is the Feminine Inquisition. I'm Tiffany. We are going through each individual card for the Cosmic Womb Tarot. It's a new release, it's a release party, and these are reveal videos. So, this is not a reading, this is the back of the card. The Cosmic Womb. Where consciousness is created, all things return to and come from, right? The cosmic womb is like the cosmic dark. That of what we can create as a human is not different from what is available in space. We are light beings, right? Okay, a little bit of information. As you will see the original illustrations today, today's reading is about 10, the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, Sagittarius. These are not the actual sizes of the size of the cards, thank God. And also they have been enhanced as they have been digitized. They have numbers, borders, and astrological glyphs because this is a very astro-inspired deck. It is energized by the harmony of 6. The extra card, the Cosmic Womb, is number 42, which reduces to a 6, which will enhance and connect to all the 6s in the deck. In relationship to that idea that cards are talking to, working with, coordinating, or complementing, contrasting other cards in the deck, that's a real thing. We can call these worlds, orbits, constellations, etc., right? So that really depends on the creator. That really depends on the creators of the decks and what themes they choose to run through and which cards they like to group together. It is totally up to them, and it could happen on a subconscious level, right? So today we're going to go into the Wheel of Fortune. Now, in the Wheel of Fortune, you do, of course, have a wheel, a vortex of time spinning. There is an element of surprise as you don't know where it will land. There's usually 2 characters or 3 characters in the center, rounding the wheel, and the 4 fixed signs on the corners, okay? It's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, all right? Okay, now, in the traditional Wheel of Fortune, we must know that this is about experience. This is about you taking chances. You are the only person who is responsible to turn your life into more prosperous directions. No one can do that for you. So while the Wheel of Fortune is spinning energy, it cannot spin alone, right? You need to embody the persona to be able to move it. The only constant is change, but you need to activate. You need to navigate your life using passion and purpose to break through the perceived boundaries or any self-sabotage of limiting beliefs about what is possible. This is your fate, this is your destiny, and it requires your participation to stay committed and understand that what you want wants you. It is also about the shape of the circle, right? This is the rebirth, the never-ending cycle of things. This is in the sense that in like any ancient circle, origin story, myth, the circle is how we come together. The circle is how we are born, how we pass, and how we are reborn. So the opportunities are endless for you to go through this energy in your own life. This is how you continue to grow, and so it will show up, and it is a blend of chance and choice. Sorry. Right. The only thing that I'm left to say before we get into some of the illustrations is that it's powered by Jupiter, right? So this is like the cosmic energy of benevolence, good luck, fortune. It's also the circle of life. It's also the wheel of destiny. It can tie into the astrological zodiac, and you'll see that now. Okay. So one of the things I want to tell you is that ordinarily in the original illustration, you see books. We don't have those included on our card. You see they're studying because this is the choice and the chance. This is the experience. Experimentation grants you access to learn what you want, what you don't want. So you study in the Wheel of Fortune and you graduate in the world. We'll get there at some time. I'll show you now another one. This is the Tower of Oppositions. That was the Universal Tower before. This is the Tower of Oppositions. And it's important for you to recognize that, of course, it's a circle. So it goes both ways. What you give your energy to comes towards you. I think it's important to note that in the Tower of Oppositions, the blue, which is in the blue sky, the light, there's no sword. There's a hand that comes down. There's a sense of royalty, expanded wings, gold headdress. And here in the dark, you have malice, contempt, but then in the hand, there's a sword with the devil tail. So I don't know, let's say you spin the wheel with devilish temptations, power, fear for the wrong intentions. It's when your hand moves, but not in the way that your sense of self, but being driven by something that's much lower vibration, lower frequency. Another option, this is the Tower of the Witches. You see the zodiac comes in, and so do the planets. Some jokers running around doing a bunch of things, and all the elements are present there as well. Now, another one with the zodiac. This one has the planets. This is the Circle of Life Tarot. You see all the imagery for the zodiac and the actual solar system with the sun at its center, and all of it is on top of a beetle, right? So it is a great responsibility to chase after your fate, to believe that you are connected to it and it you. And there's a great confidence that is required. And we'll get into that a little bit more about the persona needed and the numbers 10 and how it reduces to 1. So first, just last card of the Wheel of Fortune isolated. This one, I think, Tarot Mystical Moments does a really great job of tying in time. I think time gets lost on a lot of illustrations. So your hand is involved. Your participation is required. That's why in her hand she has a clock that she dangles, subject to all the elements because it's hanging, suspended. She looks away from it, so not all of it is within her power. But running through her and connected to her heart, the original cog, is all the mechanisms that keep her moving, keep her afloat. So passion and purpose as a vision to move through this life, moving your life in more prosperous directions. And we of course know that red is usually tied to the magician. So now we'll go into the persona that is required. So the Wheel of Fortune is 10, which will reduce to 1, which means that the magician is at play. Also, all the aces are at play. And of course, why not? But also completion energy, so all the 10s are at play. And so the Wheel of Fortune is that space in between 10 and 1. It can happen at any point in time where you're in the 5 and 6. That's not the point. It's just that you are turning from what is to what you desire. You are seeking that which seeks you. You have to have a level of confidence to be able to spin the wheel. You need to have faith that if the wheel is to spin in an unfavorable decision, an unfavorable direction, that it is still an opportunity for you because it is completion. So something that you are going through is an achievement in its own way to be complete with it as it is and move on. So, all right. There's a level of taking risks inherent in the Wheel of Fortune. This is, what is this? The Shadowscapes Tarot. Yeah, Shadowscapes Tarot. I had it. And these cards are so magnificently beautiful, but so small for the drawing. So there's a bunch of fairies. And you see that there's the moon, stained glass, circle, and there's like these roses on the bottom, as well as a flower in the center. Furthermore, there's squares that run around in the background of the watercolor. No other card in this deck have squares. None. None. Okay, this is the only one. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Now let's talk about some of the other cards in this deck, Shadowscapes, that deal with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to go in the order that I think make the most sense. These next two go together. It is important for you to recognize your birthright, to recognize your productivity, to recognize that nothing is wasted. This is a balancing of your divine feminine and divine masculine, the Emperor and the Empress. So how this ties in with the actual illustrations is that they are both surrounded by the circle, endings and beginnings. She is with flowers, roses, different color than the Wheel of Fortune underneath her. She's dealing with butterflies and magical creatures that are all around. And he has some of the same markings on his wheel, this Celtic symbology that run through the Emperor in that surrounding circle, that halo. Okay, so when you are able to bring together in harmony and balance your masculine and feminine, you're able to impregnate and birth into the world whatever it is that you have as, you know, your fruit. Okay. Gestation is possible through the powers of both the Emperor and the Empress. That balance is also necessary because this is the portal by how you enter Temperance. This is also another Sagittarian card, and the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiterian, Sagittarian. And so we see another ball here. Could be a continuation of what is this tree that the Emperor is, and also this flower here. Okay, now some of the minor arcana that are related in the Shadowscapes to the Wheel of Fortune, which I think are so beautiful. We'll start with the lesser one. They're both pentacles because it's material world stuff, okay? This is the Five of Pentacles. So what's so important is to know that you are held. Like, I'm so sorry. She's brand new and she really loves talking. Okay. So, you need to, you must remember that you are held. Because if you fall into a desperation, you won't be able to spin the wheel. And also you will have it create an impact on what's available when you do turn it. There's a certain level of confidence. Magician persona is required to move the Wheel of Fortune. So when the Five of Pentacles tempts you to feel desperate, to feel alone, to feel isolated, to feel weak, to feel incompetent, inadequate, that nothing is available for you, that you're empty, that you're talentless, that you're shameless, that you're pointless, whatever it is that leaves you feeling desperate, you have to remember that you are held and your fate has already been written, but you do need to be active and searching for it. The confidence that you can come into when you recognize that you are held is the symphony of your life. You can continue bit by bit, note by note, creating and composing this musical entrance, right? This interlude to whatever this next chapter is. You can spin this wheel. You can craft the wheel. It's almost as if as she continues to play this music, she is in amazement at what she's generating and how it spins and sparkles and shows her the genius that's already existing inside of her. right? Sometimes when you come into the state of flow, whatever your craft is, it's just you are a conduit for the energy that's already gifted to you. You just accessed it. And that's what it means when the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of fate, the wheel of destiny. Okay? In Greece, when they give birthday presents, they don't give a birthday present to the person who's celebrating the birthday. They give a birthday present and blow the candle out for the genius in you, because they're trying to honor and give praise and thanks. And it's almost like a ceremony, a ritual for the spirit that's come through you and the genius that is yet to be activated and expressed. And in that way, they're kind of quite magical, and honoring that we all, no matter what your faith system is, have, you know, that we are connected to something that is larger than us. Right. Okay. So, completing the first 10 cards of the major arcana, we will continue. I'll do a reading for Sagittarius now, but this is the cover of the Cosmic Womb Tarot. You can pre-order, you can like, share, comment, subscribe, ask me anything. They are going to be ready for ship in October, okay? Ciao.